Traveling with the Radicals. Archivers. Today we started off the day with a run around the city. There's the Seine. It actually was pretty rainy, so it reminded me of Mary Kami's book about discipline and running. Really love that book. This is La Cité de la Mode et du Design, somewhere you could study fashion. A rainbow to remind us that there is always a rainbow after the storm.
And I fell in a puddle because I was tripped. And then we went to get second coffees, and I was making mommy breakfast, getting the flowers all together, and then picking flowers, picking more flowers, spreading them out, putting one over there, putting one over there, and then I was thinking to chop them because salad is choppy, right? But it was like a massage.
Then we picked up some lunch from the boulangerie where we got some bread stuffed olives, Wendy looking regal. Here is a statue that was a bit weird. It was about the sons of Cain, and it was interesting, kind of disturbing, but it was interesting. Wendy having a nice little run in the Jardin des Tuileries.
Mommy was this guy when I was mommy.
Very true. I was chasing her. But not for long because she made some friends. And that was really, really queer. At the Square Louis the 13th, I believe, that was established in 1682. After that, we went to the Rue des Archives. Very, very exciting. This is the National Archives Museum, which was created as a result of the French Revolution. Before that, there was no centralized body for archiving documents. In 1808, Napoleon allocated the Hôtel des Soubise to the National Archives. So you see the residences in there. Soubise is actually a name that I recognize from Monica Miller's book, Slaves of Fashion, when she talks about the enslaved boy from St. Kitts who was brought to London and renamed after a French Duke, Charles de Rohan, which was really interesting because that is the same Soubise. Here you'll see some ancient archiving methods and some really old books. It was really interesting. Talking about when the eye came into notion. That is the oldest book ever. This actually reminded me of Alan Sekula's The Body in the Archive essay, where they thought that they could kind of index criminality by looking at the body, and different bodies are more criminal than others. Sekula didn't think that the actual insides of the criminal body showed any criminality, but that the surface of the bodies could. So if you look at the ears and the shape of the head and the nose, you could tell whether somebody's a criminal. Which was interesting because then on the top floor of the Archive Museum was an exhibition on sacrilege, the offense of religion. A really interesting exhibition that dated all the way back to 400 and 500 BC before Christ. It talked about heresy and crimes against faith, where that appeared in pictures and paintings, where it appears as taboo, the difference between sacrilege and blasphemy. And then, of course, we got to see some costumes in there, so that was pretty cool, too. What did you think about the exhibition, Wynn?
I liked it because the doll was on fire and they all thought it was a human.
Yeah, that was a pretty disturbing picture. But of course, Wendy always finds some books. So at the end of that exhibition, she found a bookshop. And I was happy because, of course, archives. I learned a little bit more about preservation. And then by the end of the day, we found a park, of course, Wendy being silly, some images, pano images of just the town and the city. And then lastly, of course, we had pizza at this pizza place. I don't even want to say their name because they weren't very good. Okay, that's it. This is episode 5. If you want to subscribe, please do. Subscribe.
www and subscribe on YouTube channel.
Or check us out on the gram at The Radical Archive.
And check us out on the gram of Rolling with the Archivers.
All right.
Bye. Can we see?